What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. My name is Splattercat. We are here today on floor number 7, and you're probably saying, hey, isn't that a little bit of backtracking? Indeed, it is. I felt like I didn't accomplish this entire floor. Looking at the map, I really felt like I left this one... Oh, there's buttons. So let me guess. That opens it. Oh. So, wait. So I've got to time it right. Okay. Bam! There it is. We got ourselves a Chris knife in the previous episode. The previous episode had actually gone really... Oh, there's one right there too. Okay, luckily I was able to retreat, but still. Will fire hurt these guys? Makes me wonder. Oh, it does not. It makes sense that fire would not harm this character. Let's use this Chris knife. I want to see how much health it gives her. Ow. I kind of just stood in front of that one. That was my badsies. Oh, you missed with the dismantler, man. Oh, yeah, she gets a bunch of health back when she hits with that thing. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. No! I hate spellcasting because I'm bad at it. Anything I'm bad at, I naturally hate. Is that a normal response to, like... Is that a normal response to struggles and trials and hardships? I don't think so. It's probably not. That's probably a very, very unhealthy way to deal with trials and hardships. What is this? The Scroll of Invisibility. That sounds pretty dope, actually. Ooh, Air Magic 19. I didn't even know that was... Man, I should have gone with Air Magic. I should have gone with Air Magic. I do like Ice Magic, though. Ice Magic is cool. What is that? A Shaman's Staff. What does a Shaman's Staff do? Energy plus 20. Oh, it just makes it so anything you cast with earth spells is actually way, way better. However, I could stack it in that spot and get even more energy, which I think is something well worth doing. Take that, ye lanky bastard. You don't necessarily have to be lanky to be a bastard. You don't have to be a bastard to be lanky. Those things, they're not overlapping. They're not overlapping phenomena. Oh my god, that's a little bit embarrassing. I don't know what's been going on with my tongue lately. Enunciation has definitely escaped me. It is not where I would like it to be, but I'm just ignoring it for right now because that's what I do when I come across hardships. I just pretend like it's not there. I'm like a dog that refuses to look at the front door because he's scared of the person that's knocking. I'm like, eh. What's in here? Oh, look, another 2-room note to fill up my inventory. There have been people in this hallways before me, but when I went through the place here, it seemed like I was the first to open all the doors and press all the buttons. There have to be some people who oversee the dungeon. Yeah, that's what I had said. Like, who goes back and resets all these traps and all of these lovely little things? That almost feels like a waste. I really wish that you would stop that. The first time it was the most unnerving, but it's still unnerving every time. You would think living in California I would be used to these sorts of things, but no, I am 100% not. Earthquakes suck. I didn't talk about it in a video log or anything, but the other day we had an earthquake here. I think I've hit actually everything now, except for these little corners down here, but I don't think they matter. Let's just go back. We'll go back to floor 10 and then we'll be done with it all. I don't even need to rest because there's a crystal right there. I should mark it just in case I need to come back, but I'm not going to need to come back. When do I ever need to come back? Whatever. So we'll step through here. That'll put us right here, and then we'll go here. Yes, yes, yes. There we go. Got to get back to the room with this trappily-dappily in it. Or I could just go down right here. Because I have unlocked, like, the entire dungeon, so it shouldn't matter. Like, every door should be well opened down here, because I like to do, if I'm going to do a job, I like to do it with a bit of proficiency and panache. I'm a showman. I can't help it. I learned everything I know from Bender. Oh, never mind. This was a dead end. This was the way up out of the dungeon. There seems to have been a random spider that just showed up. Like, he was late for work. He was supposed to be here with the ogre, and ultimately just kind of fell down on the shift. So over here, if I remember correctly, we've got to, like, block this with our face. And then we just walk across to here. Yep. And And I think the stairwell we want is either that one or that one. I don't recall. It's one of these two. I probably should have labeled it. Once again, my inability to take notes properly is sabotaging my downward efforts in the dungeon. Tisk tisk. What can you do in these cases? Well, you can label shit better. That's what you can do. But we're not going to talk about that right now. Why talk about my shortcomings when we could just go on to the next level? So we're going to be going to, I don't know, the Grogamorga Temple. And so, it's just throat noises. I assume that an orc or a goblin or somebody made the name up. It just sounds like somebody's gargling. Temple. Back we go. We already got the clockwork key in here. I do want to make sure that everybody is all nice and fed up. I'm sure they're fed up with my leadership. All things considered. There we go. He's got a little bit of food left. He can eat that to lower his load a little bit. I really don't think that I need all these 2-room notes, so I may just leave them all right here. Big old pile of 2-room notes. Yep, it looks like somebody just had a homework meltdown over here. Some tree is going to walk down this hallway and just be like, "No, Uncle Jim!" And just be so upset about the fact that somebody has just slaughtered his uncle to make ridiculous amounts of notes. Now, over here, I do feel as though I should probably be stacking some of that stuff. Let's go ahead and make potions for the next leg of the trip, because that's something I haven't done in a while, and so restocking up is probably a good idea. Okay, and so the things that I need: a restore energy potion, I don't think that I need right now. Antidotes, I think we could use 1 or 2 of, just to kind of speed up our process. You know, slime bell and a tar bead. I think I would rather, if it uses up a tar bead, I almost don't want to do it. Let's just use... First things first is I need 2 of these. So let's go ahead and make 2 of these. I like to keep 2 potions on hand on both my frontline people in case I need to stall and just like face tank something. And then over here we'll make ourselves a anti-venom, even though I think I already have 1. So yeah, we have 2 anti-venoms. Let's throw that one on her. For him, I do think it would probably be a good idea. It was a blood drop blossom for restore energy. Let's give him a blood drop blossom just in case. Where is that at? There it is. I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll be in a situation in the future where we won't be able to rest, and getting him a little bit of extra energy might work out for us in that case. And so down we go to Goglargamarga Temple. Oh, and back up we go because I hit the wrong key, and back down we go again to Garglamargla Temple. The temple entrance. Oh, good. I'm already faced with one of my favorite dungeon friends. Dungeon friends! I'm missing a bolt. Where am I missing a bolt from? I'm missing a bolt. Wait, now I'm not missing a bolt. What? So there's curtains in here now. Somebody's half-hearted attempt at decorating. I can't even tell what's going on in the curtain. Like, it looks like it's just got a whole bunch of, like, random... I'm pretty sure it's phallic, though. Is it just me? Okay, maybe it's just me. Forgive me for seeing phallic artwork in a tapestry that's been faded by time. Take that out of the holster just in case it opens anything. You can't really rely on it opening anything, but sometimes it does. Sometimes it don't. There's an empty torch holder over here. That doesn't seem to have helped. I was hoping that I was being sly right now and that putting a torch in there would actually accomplish something, but I guess I'll just take that. I'll take this one as recompense. There we are. It's my pecuniary torch reward. Back we go. What's going on over here? So, no buttons or anything. If they hide buttons behind the phallic tapestries, I'm going to be really, really upset. It'll just be insult to injury. I think my globe actually glows now at this point, so I don't even need to use light spells or anything of that nature. I don't see buttons or anything back in this little alcove. I also don't see runes. So we're probably okay here, as far as I can tell. What is this? The Holy Scriptures. That looks like a flaming soldier in there. That does not look like any Holy Scripture that I have ever seen. But maybe he's guarding the receptacle in which it's hiding. Didn't hear anything happen right there. So down the hallway we go while being careful to look out for runes and or buttons. The checkered room. Okay, checkered room. Can these be pinned down? Oh, they can. Okay, so since they can be pinned down, the checkered room, does it just want me to go like every other? I mean, I'm not sure I have enough stuff to pin this down. It's a pretty sizable fistful of stuff. It's like we'll go like that. So for it to be a checker pattern, we'd have to go like that right there for that row, and then it has to shift over by one on the next row. Glorgly Morgly Temple is already a little bit odd for me. Let's go back. I'm sure there's plenty of things that I'm carrying around with me that I can weigh things down with. So to the checkered temple we go. And so for it to be checkered, this one would have to be right here, as it would have to be on this side too. I don't need the invisibility scroll. I do need all of those. However, there we go. And so in pinning that down right there, oh nope, that's not checkered pattern, I'm an idiot. There we go. Yeah, that's about what I figured. So since, what can I pin this down with? I'll probably just pin it down. Is it just me, or it seems like it's been a really long time since anybody's leveled? Like at first I thought that I missed the level up, but no, I haven't missed the level up. They just like stopped leveling altogether. What is he wearing? The fine torque. I'll leave Turam's note right here. Oh, but how do I... Ooh, maybe... Okay, so maybe I have to shift it like this. Hold on, let's shift everything over. Because I've got to leave myself a way to get into the room, basically. So that permutation is not going to work, but this one should. There we go. That's what I needed to do. I knew the solution, I just wasn't quite there. And in the interest of keeping my treasure with me, I guess, just in case something good happens by nature of me having a 3-kilogram gold... That's new. It's like a window that looks out to nothing. Just a window on a wall with a wall behind it. You're like, this window feels really sort of superficial. It's like the fake windows that they have on cruise ships on the bottom deck. Just to make people feel like they're not in some deep, dank dungeon like down in the belly of the beast, and when the ship sinks, they're not going to be the first to die, which they totally are. What's over here? No, people don't die on cruise ships very often. That would be a very, very difficult business to run if people routinely died on cruise ships. They do get pirated every now and again, though, so if you ever wanted to meet a pirate, that might be one of the best ways to do it. The armory. Okay, well, it looks like somebody's already broken into it. He seems to have himself a rather nice chest piece. He seems to be very interested in fighting me, either. Bastard. No! I have dismantled improperly. I am inaccurate with my dismantlings. There we go. The mantle has been, well, I remantled. The hell do I need broadhead arrows for anymore? I don't even have a bow. Oh well. Whew. There's goodies in here. What is that? An iron bassinet. Isn't there supposed to be a C after? I thought it was B-A-S-C-I-N-E-T. Because I was already, in my head, I was already ready to make a bassinet joke. And then I did not. It's probably not even that good. Yep, not even that good. Don't even know why you would want it. There is some extra ring mail right there. Slightly tempting. A long sword just in case. I suppose this place is like the backup place to gear up your troops just in case you missed a whole bunch of extra stuff, but honestly, this is a pretty terrible armory. Very, very mundane, and I'm not interested in banality. What I would very much prefer is that we find super awesome glowing treasure like the Dismantler, which is the stuff. I didn't see any buttons or anything in there. If you saw it, sorry. I mean, that's all I could do is really apologize and just be like, I apologize that you saw the button that I did not see. I wish that I saw it. I mean, my party is definitely the worse for it now if I didn't see it. So, what can you do? I should start using some of my throwables. I was thinking about that in between episodes, and we don't throw enough stuff at people. Because we don't throw enough explosive stuff at people. So I do think I need to work on that. I guess we can go northward up here. Nothing on any of the walls so far. If there was a button, we would be able to see it from this angle, so just checking. I don't want to be like too fastidious when I go through this, but at the same time, I feel like when I miss stuff, it's just like a comment section full of I told so's. Like, just people like, I totally told so. And while I am impressed with the hawk-eyed nature of my viewership, I would prefer not to disappoint all of you. Oh, I'm back where I was. I turned around? Damn it. Well, that's kind of embarrassing. Wait, what the hell? Oh, that's weird. Oh, that's odd as hell. It's flipping my heading when I come up against the wall right here. Backing into it doesn't seem to help either. Okay, we got it this time, I think. Are we through? All right. That was weird because there was like no sound effect or anything to let you know that the heading was going. Like, I was watching the map, I was like, wait, something odd is going on here. It's not something wicked, it's just something a little bit weird. It's gonna get me like in every single hallway, and I bet there's a button related to the fact that it like turns you around or something here. We actually made it. Temple grounds. Trespassers will be hunted down, and also up, and also left, and also right. Because this game has lots of directions that you can move in. I don't like this. Okay, bone pile. Obviously somebody didn't make it past this point. This was where their adventure ended, and they were faced with that lovely, lovely "you died" screen in Resident Evil fashion. Is it gonna flip me around in here too while I'm running? Or am I past that part of this level? I don't see anything right now. I've yet to see like any secrets on this level, and I know that I've probably already walked past like 5 of them. What in the hell is that? A dinosaur? Do 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 do. Ooh. A dinosaur that definitely has a little bit of oomph to his attacks. There we go. We'll just set him on fire. I knew there was a reason that I took... Oh, he dropped a little dino T-bone. That's kind of cool. I mean, sort of. Not really, but kind of. Alright. And so I think it's probably time to insert throwables. And kind of just kite this thing... Oh, no. I thought about that right as I did it. I was like, I'm going into the hallway of just like doom and no return, and also sadness and misery. Will you please die already? I would love for you to die already. Yay! I didn't get a fedora out of this, though. I feel like I should deserve some kind of reward for the Damn it. That's how it's gonna be, huh? That's how it's gonna be? Ugh, there's another one. Yeah, if this thing gets to the back row with me, we are in deep doo-doo. Alright, so we've got an ice lizard steak. Oh wow, I'm way back from where I was. Okay, so we're gonna have to work our way back through this hallway again. We lost our rogue, unfortunately. Should have used a health pot, but... Okay, so back to where we were. I can get all my crossbow bolts back. I'm going to take the ice lizard steak because I'd be willing to bet some people are hungry around here. Lightning bombs we'll throw back in the case. Got a bunch of shurikens and shit up in there, so might be worth taking some of this back anyway so that he's not overweight anymore. Was there a crystal on this level? I don't recall if there was a crystal. Let's go back and see if we can find said crystal. No, you're making this difficult on me, aren't you? There we go. I don't think the crystal was over there. I think there was a crystal on this floor. If we have to go back to the previous floor, it's not that big of a deal, but I don't want to proceed without at least getting somebody back up on their feet, because we have like weird XP deficits in between a lot of our characters, and so I prefer to keep everybody just about even without some people running away on the lead and being more skillful than the others, because then we've got to deal with self-esteem problems because people start feeling just like totally down on their abilities. They're like, well, I feel like Randolph is more useful to the party than I am, so why don't you just take him with you? And they start being all passive-aggressive about shit. So I think I'll just res everybody so that we can avoid those further conflicts in the future. God, I have this guy on my Facebook that like every day invites me to play Candy Crush Saga. And it's just like, man, do you not realize how obnoxious you are? Like, is your goal in life just to make everybody hate you? Because I promise you, nobody likes random game invites. I'm letting you know right now, nobody likes random game invites. We all just want to murder you when you do it. Like, if I happen to play Candy Crush as well as you and you notice, then, you know what, invite away, but I don't care about your ridiculous King software addiction money sink. My mom is like super into Candy Crush. She's on like level like some ridiculous, I don't know, like 400, 500, 600, I don't even know. She's so far into the game that like most people she tells that she's that far into the game are just like, holy shit, that's amazing. But then again, my mom used to sit and like beat Tetris over and over and over again, so she's a little bit of like a puzzle junkie. Where do I want, oh yeah, the ice lizard hallway. There we are. You don't even need to step into them backwards. It just makes the facing a little bit easier. In all honesty. Listen for the pitter-patter of lovely little dinosaur feet. Ice lizards. Is it cold in here? Like, they don't tell us what the temperature of the dungeon is, so I'm just left to assume. I mean, once you get a certain distance underground, I think the temperature becomes like a consistent... Oh, I think it's like 70-something degrees once you're a certain amount of distance into the earth. I had to stretch right there. My shoulder was feeling weird. I was getting like a little Charlie horse or something. Oh, man. More ice lizards. These are not conducive to a kiting strategy, by the way. I would love for you to not do that anymore. I'm okay with resting in here. But there we go. So we'll get a couple more ice lizard steaks because... Oh wow, those are really filling. Those are incredibly filling. Alright, so we probably want to save those until people are really down low. I mean, just get rid of them right now. I guess they're probably heavier to make up for it. Yeah, they weigh 2 kilograms. So we might as well go ahead and use those up like as soon as possible when people get low, because that is a heavy piece of equipment to be carrying around with us. Who would ever thought that a dinosaur's meat would be heavy equipment? You'd figure that they'd have kind of like a dog thing going on where it would just actually be tiny but sort of like hit. Never mind, I'm not going to do that joke. I'm not going to do the red rocket joke. I was getting there, but it's not time. It's just not the time. The time for the red rocket humor is not now. I probably should have thought about resting in between here and the last kill, but thinking. Who does that when they play video games, huh? Huh? Who does that? Okay, so we've got another steak that we just picked up. Actually, everybody else appears to be pretty good. I guess I can get rid of the fist dagger. It's not something that I'm going to be using anytime soon, so I guess I'll just dump it out here to save the... I haven't used the shield in a while, and I'm sure there's probably people asking me why I'm carrying it around. I don't know. Somewhere in my delusional head, I like to think that I can take the shield out fast enough if I'm in the middle of a fight, and I'll be able to equip it before anything bad happens so that she can face tank. And I never do. I just keep the axes equipped on her because ranged combat seems to be the superior way to go about doing combat in this game. I think I should probably use up some of those frost quarrels, but not on the frost lizards. That is not. I wish that frost lizards were a lot smaller, like horny toads or something, because giant lizards are not something that I deal with well. I like lizards. Like, I think lizards are cool. I had bearded dragons for a while, and I like my bearded dragon because he attacked my cat and bit it in the face, and it was the funniest thing ever. My cat looked so stunned that it happened. That was the funny part. It didn't hurt the cat, in case you're wondering. Because you're like, Splattercat, you're so cruel. It was actually kind of funny. Because the cat was looking at it. Like, the cat didn't really care about the lizard, but the lizard was on my lap, and the cat wanted to be on my lap. And so he kind of, like, poked the lizard. He's like, hey, you. And the lizard decided that he had had enough, and he made, like, this little hiss noise, and the cat was like, alright, well, you don't gotta use that kind of language. And so he backed up a little bit, and I guess the cat and I didn't realize that bearded dragons can jump. And so the bearded dragon climbed up on my shoulder, and it was just sitting there. And it had been about 20 minutes, and the bearded dragon decided it wanted the cat to go away entirely. The bearded dragon decided that in the presence of the cat, it did not feel comfortable. And I don't blame him. A cat is a pretty major predator if you're kind of like a, I don't know, 2-pound lizard. A 20-pound cat seems to be a pretty major threat in your world of influence. And so he jumped off my shoulder and landed on the cat and, like, bit him. He doesn't have teeth. I mean... The bearded dragon bit me, and it didn't hurt at all. Like, it just felt like somebody was gumming you. So it didn't hurt the cat. It just kind of scared him, and he ran up. He's like, oh, God, lizard attack! And kind of waddled off into the different... My cat doesn't run. He waddles. But anyways, I think I'm going to break the episode off right here. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me in the Nerdcastle for another episode of Legend of Grimrock. I look forward to seeing you all in the next episode. Take care out there, everybody, and hi-do!